Hey everyone, welcome back to Coach's Kitchen. On this episode, we're going to be doing a really simple recipe. We're going to be making a pizza. Pizza is a great thing to make at home because it really doesn't take a lot of ingredients and you can make it as simple or as complex as you would like. So today I'm going to be keeping it pretty simple. So the ingredients that I have laid out today, we're going to start with our crust. So I just bought some of these crusts at my local Sprouts today. But some of you may not have a pizza crust laying around at your home. If you don't, that's no big deal. Another thing that a lot of you will have at your home that you can easily use as a substitute is a tortilla. I've got some pepperoni. I've got some cheese, some pizza sauce, some spinach, my little baking sheet, and an oven. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is start with our pizza crust. I'm going to open this up and take out one crust. And these do have a quality seal, so you can seal it back up. But I don't really trust those because sometimes they don't do the greatest job. So I'm going to take my Ziploc bag and put these back in there. And I'd also like to give a huge shout out to Miss Kane, who got me these sweet bags for Christmas. So thank you, Miss Kane. And I'm going to save the rest of these for later. Oh, I'll probably make another one tomorrow, to be honest. Next thing I'm going to do is take my pizza sauce. And I'm going to use a spoon to spread the sauce around and make sure that it's evenly distributed. Now when you're putting sauce on your pizza, you want to make sure that it gets all the way out to the edge so that you don't have any dry, hard spots on there. And everybody has a different opinion on what is the perfect amount of sauce. I like to have a lot of sauce on my pizza, but you can kind of put however much you like for yours. There we go. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is add a layer of pepperoni. And you know what? Time for a little snack. And I think one more. So, fun fact, for a few years of my life back when I was in college, I used to work at Papa John's Pizza. And so one thing that me and my friends would do there, yeah, I'll just tell you anyway. One thing that me and my friends would do there sometimes is we would roll up a pepperoni, dip it in the sauce, and have a nice little snack. All right. I'm going to open up my cheese. So my favorite kind of cheese is this shredded Mexican style cheese. So it's a blend of Monterey Jack, cheddar, asadero cheese, and quesadilla. And I know you guys are loving my Spanish out there. So I'm just gonna put on a nice little layer here. I'm going to spread it out, make sure that we're getting it all the way to the edges. And you want to try to make sure that there's not loose cheese on the pan. Otherwise, when you put that into the oven, it's going to burn and it's going to be kind of a pain to clean. So you want to make sure that cheese all stays on your pizza. Boom. And there we go. That's how my cheese is looking right now. Next thing I'm going to do to make it somewhat healthy is put some spinach on there. So I'm going to take my spinach, organic spinach, rinse it off, bring it out a little bit. Put it on top of my cheese. There we go. Oh, don't like the look of that piece. Spinach and pepperoni back away. And now this is when I'm going to add my seasonings. So I'm going to take a little, oh, where is it? There we go. Himalayan pink sea salt. Not a lot, just a little bit for some seasoning. I really like to put black pepper on there. I like pepper on everything. And then one of my favorite spice blends, the garlic herb sensation. And then the last step that I'm going to do is really important if you're having a pizza with spinach on it. So I'm going to take one last little layer of cheese. For this final layer, I'm going to be using mozzarella cheese. And the reason that I want to put an extra layer of cheese on the top is just for the spinach. Because a lot of times if you leave the spinach as the last thing to go on the pizza and it's on the top and it's totally exposed, it can get a little bit burnt and cook faster than the rest of your pizza. So I just want to put a little bit of cheese on top of it to give it some protection from being burnt. And also add a little flavor so that I've got the different blends with the mozzarella and the Mexican style cheese. So now my oven is done preheating. I've got it set to 400 degrees. Oh. And I forgot to take my cast iron skillet out of there when I got done seasoning it. Ugh. So we're going to set that up to the side. Going to put our pizza in the oven. And everybody's oven is a little bit different. So I'm going to start it for 10 minutes. Might need a little more, might need a little less, but we're going to start it off at 10 minutes and see how it is at that point. Alright, so my 10-minute timer just went off. This pizza's looking pretty good and it's smelling even better. I'm actually going to put it in for another minute, maybe two, just so that cheese on top gets a little bit brown, melts a little bit. This is definitely ready to eat if you would like to. I would just prefer mine to be in there for another minute or two. The good thing when you're making pizza compared to some of the other videos that I've done is that even if you eat a pizza and it's a little bit undercooked, it's not really a big deal because none of the things in this pizza are going to make you sick. You can eat pepperoni just plain, before it even goes in the oven. Same with cheese, sauce, crust. So it's not like chicken or shrimp or something like that where you have to be really worried about the internal temperature. This is more just getting it exactly how you like it. Alright, so I've pulled out my pizza. In total, it was about 13 minutes of cook time, and that thing is looking perfect to me. Man, my apartment smells good right now. So what I'm going to do is let this pizza sit for about 5 minutes and just let it cool down and let the cheese settle. Then I'm going to come back and cut it, and then we'll get the taste test. Alright, so we've got a nice little snack size pizza. Gonna go ahead and test it out, see how it is. That is absolutely delicious. Man, that was easy. Took me about 15 minutes to make. Really cheap, limited ingredients. That is just a perfect little snackaroo for when you're sitting at home. Maybe you've got to get some food in between meals, or your parents are busy, they're out doing something, and you don't really have a lot to work with. That's the good thing about pizza, is that there's so many different varieties and options, and you can really put whatever you want, whatever you like on there. So I think that's it for today. Stay safe out there, stay healthy, and keep cooking.